I'm going to add one more code here. Okay, let's say I have something like let's say I have a list. Let's say I have a list of, let's say, 1 comma 2 to 2 comma 2 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, now let's say I want to find out, okay, I want to find out how many times is a number being repeated in this list. Okay, now I know a lot of you are beginners. Okay, I know a lot of you are beginners, but I'm pretty sure all of us can at least within a day try to find out how many times is a number repeated. Yes or no? I'm pretty sure all of us can do it. It's a pretty simple question and a pretty simple code, even if you don't know anything about Python. Okay, now whenever we start learning about Python, okay, whenever we start learning, we typically code in a very inefficient manner. Okay, so I have a sample code for you. Tell me if you have ever coded like this. Okay, I have a sample code for you. Let me just write it, paste it right here. Okay, so tell me if you have ever written code this way. Okay, we use print statements again and again just to check if we are making a mistake or if everything is fine. Okay, then we also use count plus plus, we use loops, we also use append. Okay, tell me how many of you who are beginners at Python or whenever you started learning Python have coded this way. Okay, how many of you have coded this way? Okay, me still code this way. Me, all right. So of course all of us at the beginning we code this way. Okay, so if I were to run this, it will give me the right answer. Okay, it will, of course I'll check it if it has been added or skipped or whatever. Okay, added, skipped, added, and it will tell me, okay, so 1 is repeated 1 times, 2 is repeated 3 times, 3 is repeated 1 time, and 4 is also repeated 1 time. Okay, but it is again highly important for us to write optimized code. Okay, so as you can see here, this is probably like a 20-line code. Okay, this is probably like a 20-line code, and I have one more code for you that you know that we write when we become pros at Python. Okay, so tell me if you can clearly see which is going to be a better or a more optimized code. Okay, so I've written this right here. Okay, clearly we can see between the second code and the first code, which is obviously the better one. Obviously the second one. Okay, if I were to run this, it will give me a better output in much less lines of code. Okay, so to check, which code is better, okay, which of the two codes that you have written is better, you can simply ask any LLM. Okay, since ChatGPT is working today, I'm going to put it this. Okay, I'm going to give it this code. Okay, and okay, I'm also going to give it the second code as well. Okay, I've given it the second code as well. And which is better and more optimized, okay, give me in tabular response. Okay, so I have given it both the codes and I've asked it which is better and more optimized, give reasons to be in tabular format. Okay, so first approach using list, second approach using dictionary, it is giving me the entire thing. Okay, so the time complexity is worse, the space complexity is worse, and which is essentially better. Okay, so this is how we can easily optimize, okay, whatever code that we have. We can use AI to optimize our code or to find out if this code has any issues or where can we optimize it. Is that clear? Okay, of course I can also ask it for a summary. Okay, of course I can ask it for a recommendation. Use a dictionary approach, second one, for performance and simplicity. Is that clear to everyone how we can use AI to essentially optimize our code and make it better and shorter and easier to debug? Yes, yes. So far so good. SFSG. All right. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on to see what we have next for you. Now, what I have next for you is how to use AI tools like top 1% users. Okay, how many of you feel that you know everything about ChatGPT? How many of you feel that you know everything about ChatGPT? Okay, 80%, not at all, 20%, 30%, 20%. All right, so let me show you something amazing that nothing at all. So let me show you something amazing that is present in all the LLMs. Okay, you can personalize each chat. Okay, you can personalize each chat, each AI, each LLM. Okay, let me show you what do I mean by that. Okay, So if I will go back to again chat GPT right here, okay, I can see that there are a lot of emojis. I don't really like emojis, okay, so there's an emoji right here, okay, there's an, so if I'll go to other, if I'll go to other text as well, okay, there's an emoji right here. If I'll go to, let's say, something else, okay, if I'll go to, let's say, this thing, okay, so there's an emoji right here, emoji right here. Maybe I don't want to see all of this, okay. So how do I personalize chat GPT to answer as per my requirements, as per my qualifications, okay? Maybe I'm an advanced user of Python, okay, or maybe I'm a beginner. So what we can do, and everybody pay attention, because this is going to be very, very, very useful, and I know everybody is going to use this right after this class. I know everybody is going to use it, okay? So everybody pay attention. In every LLM, what you can do is you can basically go to your profile, okay, you can go to your profile, and you will find some option, something called as personalize, okay. Pay attention everybody, because this is going to be amazing, okay. So when you click on personalize, okay, when you click on personalize, this is going to show you so many options, okay. What should chat GPT call you, okay? Maybe you want to give it your name, okay, maybe you want to be called something else, okay. What do you do, okay? Let's say I want it to call me, let's say, Aman, okay. What do? I can say that I am a beginner in Python and I am learning Python, okay, and I also work as a senior data analyst, okay. Or what you can also do is you can put you're a data engineer or a consultant or a teacher or a lecturer or whatever, okay. So whatever information you give right here, okay, whatever information you give right here is what chat GPT will use going forward to give its answers, okay. I can tell it, okay, let's say, don't use emojis, okay, or we all hate how much ChatGPT talks, okay. don't talk don't talk too much, okay, or we can say give in markdown or code block or whatever, okay. Apart from that, you can also set up some characteristics as well. You can put up chatty, witty, traditional, skeptical, straight shooting, encouraging, forward thinking, etc, 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 okay. So you can put all of these, and there are even more options, okay, advanced options. We can use it for web search, code, canvas, and advanced voice as well, okay. How many of you have learned something new, okay, ladies and gentlemen? How many of you have just learned something new, and how many of you are going to change that today itself? Okay, me, learned, me. How many of you are mind blown that a feature like this exists? Okay, how many of you are mind blown that a feature changed already changed just now? That was quick, that was quick, okay. So not just chat GPT, okay, other tools as well, Perplexity, Claude, Gemini, other tools as well have some options of personalization that you can use to basically enhance your work and do it better. I hope that is all clear so far. Okay, and apart from that, okay, and apart from that, you should know what tools you should use for what kind of a work. Okay, you should know what tools you should use for what kind of a work. Okay, so whenever you are discussing something, okay, whenever you are discussing something, Chat GPT is an amazing tool. Okay, whenever you have to write code, okay, Claude is the best tool. Whenever you have to research, I just told you, whenever you have to research, what is the best tool? Everybody knows it, correct. Perplexity is the best tool, okay. And I know a lot of you have used Grok, Notebook LM, and other things as well, okay. So lots of stuff that we can use, but you should know what you should use for other things as well, okay. But apart from that, okay, not just using AI tools, you should also be very good with Python, okay. Once you have cleared the basics, okay, once you've cleared the basics, how do you get into more advanced stages of Python? Okay, so how many of you know what resources to use for advanced stages of Python? What do you guys use, or how many of you are aware of what to use? Okay, so let me tell you what you can use once you feel that you are comfortable with Python. Okay, so tell me if you have already heard about this, and tell me if you found this new. Okay, so how many of you have heard of Hacker Rank? Okay, how many of you have heard of Hacker Rank? Anybody? Anybody? LeetCode? I know. A lot of you have heard of LeetCode, but not a lot of you have heard of a Hacker Rank. Okay, so in HackerRank we have all the questions in the world. Okay, we have hello world starting from the very basics. Okay, starting from the very basics, if else, arithmetic operators, division, loops. Okay, all the way up to even more interesting, okay, permutations, counter, polar coordinates, introduction to sets. Okay, ordered dictionary, symmetric difference. Okay, from the beginning all the way up to very end. Okay, not only can you practice here, okay, but if you are stuck at any particular concept, you can copy that code, put it to chat GPT and ask, okay, please explain what is happening right here. Okay, now I know HackerRank is pretty new to a lot of you. Some of you may already know it. Okay, but the next one is also a very popular thing. How many of you have heard of this one? Let me know. How many of you have heard of Leet code? How many of you have heard of Leet code, and how many of you have practiced in Leet code? Okay, heard, not heard, not heard. So Leet code is also another amazing piece of website. Okay, in here not only can you learn about Python, okay, not only can you learn about Python, but you can also learn about any other type of software or practice any other type of software as well. Okay, so what were the two websites that I just told you, ladies and gentlemen? The first one was correct. The first one was HackerRank. Okay, the second one is LeetCode, and don't worry, all of this will be present in our notes. Okay, and I have a third website for you. Okay, where you can just go creative. Okay, where you can just go creative. That is, you can go to Kaggle. Okay, how many of you heard of Kaggle? How many of you have heard of Kaggle? Has anybody heard of Kaggle? Not heard, not heard, not heard. Nope. Okay, so Kaggle is mostly used by people who are into data analytics or and data science, machine learning, AI, ML. Okay, so if you were to ever learn about data science, AI, ML, machine learning, any of those, okay, Kaggle is an amazing piece of website. Okay, Kaggle has a lot of data sets. Okay, like for example, student academic performance, okay, electoral integrity in 2016, glass classification, and so on. Okay, so Kaggle has a lot of data sets that you can use, and Netflix stock data 2025. Okay, so you can use this to basically make up your own data set or make up your own portfolio. All right, so far so good. All of you with me? Okay, so all right, ready to move on to the next thing. What else do we have? Okay, now let's see what else do we have for us. Okay, now the next thing that I like to show you is how to use AI tools to fetch data using Python. Okay, now how many of you have heard of web scraping? How many of you have heard of web scraping? Nope. Nope. Yes. I can see that in a lot of cases we have 2/3 saying nope and 1/3 saying yes, and very few have used it. Okay, so let me tell you a very interesting thing why a web scraping was used. Okay, now if you remember that for a lot of us, our CBSE 10th and 12th results, okay, CBSE 10th and 12th results was used to be given out in the website, okay, where we just had to put our school code and our roll number, and it will show us our website, and it will show us our result, yes, no, and we used to see our friend's result as well, okay. How did we used to see it? By simply adding one more to the roll number, yes or no? How many of you have done that? How many of you have done that? Or at least know that that happens. Okay, so in that case what we are doing is we are basically incrementing all of us. Okay, so in that case what we are doing, done 4 hours ago. Oh my god. Okay, all right, so clearly some of you know web scraping here. Okay, so basically what we used to do is we basically used to get all the data that was present in that website. Okay, this is called as web scraping. Okay, now of course web scraping has several other uses as well. Okay, a very popular use of web scraping is to get all the information from the Amazon website. Okay, let's say I want to purchase a phone, okay, but I don't want to use Amazon website. Okay, so what I will do is basically I'll scrape Amazon website for all the mobile phones, and then I will get all of it in an Excel file. Okay, I'll get all of it in an Excel file, and then I can make whatever filters, I can choose whatever kind of manipulation I want to do. Okay, so basically getting an information from the website, Okay, getting information from the website to my computer or to an Excel file, to a CSV file, to a text file is basically called as web scraping. Okay, now how many of you know how to web scrape? How many of you know how to web scrape? Let's say for example, that this is a very common website that we use to practice web scraping. Okay, as you can see, books to scrape. Okay, we love being scraped, so it's a pretty common example website that is used for testing or practice purposes. Okay, if I were to ask you, to get the list of all of these book names along with their prices in an Excel file, how long will that take you? As you can see that we have lots of books and this is just page 1 out of 50. Okay, how long would it take you to get all of these names and their prices in an Excel file? Okay, see guys, the aim here is to show you how AI multiplies our efforts. Okay, what would have taken me 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, or not at all, I don't even want to do it at all, how can AI help me to do that? Okay, so in this case, just to save our time, okay, I already have a prompt written right here that I'd like to show you. Okay, so let's say I want to scrape this thing. Okay, so guys, I want to just show you this particular prompt. Let me go back to again ChatGPT. Okay, let me paste this right here. Okay, all of you take a moment. Okay, take a moment, read through this prompt. Okay, read through this prompt. Okay, write a Python script to scrape static content from a website. Don't worry about the static content thing. Okay, use the URL bookstoscrape.com. Okay, you know, just the website that I just showed you. Okay, just the website that I showed you. Parse the web page using Beautiful Soup. Beautiful Soup is just a package, just like Pandas is a package, NumPy is a package, and so on. Okay, so what this will do is this will basically grab all the names and the prices. Okay, grab all the names and the prices, and it will write the Python code for me. Okay, I don't know how to scrape. I'll use ChatGPT's help to make a code that will, you know, scrape it for me. So I'm going to let it work. And see, it has already given me the code. Okay, import request, import Beautiful Soup, import CSV. You know, it has given a base URL and so on. Okay, now again guys, like I said, I don't have the time to, you know, debug this, so I have already debugged a script, and let me show you how fascinatingly it works. Okay, so this is again the same thing that I got from ChatGPT, but I have debugged this already. So I'm going to copy this. Okay, I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to use a Colab once again. Okay, now, how many of you felt that you would not have done that thing at all? Okay, remember, so many pages, okay, so many links. How much time would it have taken you? Okay, let's say just this one page. Okay, let's say just this one page. Okay, at least 10-15 minutes. Okay, with the help of AI and its code, I can, you know, get it in 0 seconds, guys. Can you see 0 seconds? Okay, and we have the names, okay, and the prices all in a neat list. Okay, not only this, you can see data saved in books.csv. If I'll open up the folder right here. Okay, if I'll open up the folder right here, you can see that we have a books.csv present right here. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Wouldn't that save you so much time? Okay, wouldn't that save you so much time, guys and girls? All right, now ready for what I have for you for the next one? Okay, now ladies, AMB, absolutely amazing. Oh, that's nice. AMB, that's nice. That's nice. Okay, now guys, I have saved the best for the last. Okay, I have saved the best for the last. Okay, last top 2 remaining, and these are by far the most amazing things. Okay, I'm sure you guys all know that, you know, everybody saves the best for the last. Okay, trust me guys, you're going to want to stick around. Okay, now, so what I would love to show you next, okay, is how can you create a website? Okay, how many of you in this digital era, okay, how many of you in this digital era wanted to create a website? Even the simplest website, okay, even the simplest website. How many of you us have wanted to create a website, but we have no idea how to do it? Okay, but you know, we have no idea how to do it. Okay, so in this case, we are going to take the help of AI. Okay, and I'm going to tell it what exactly do I want. Okay, what exactly do I want, so that, you know, I can build a website using HTML. Oh, that's nice, but HTML cannot do a lot of calculations. Okay, HTML cannot do a lot of calculations because for calculations we need something else. Okay, so we are going to use AI tools to so we have a blog in WordPress. Yes, you can also use AI tools to create a blog in WordPress. Okay, so how to use AI tools to create websites in Python? Let's check it out. Okay, so I'm going to make a website that basically we can use as a calculator. Okay, so I'm going to make a website that has a very simple purpose, that is it can behave as a calculator. Okay, so again, to save us time, I have already written down the code. So I have already written down the prompt. Okay, so I'll just quickly copy the prompt and I'll show it to you. Just a second, so that we can do it very quickly. Okay, now guys, how many of you have used VS Code? How many of you have used VS Code? Anybody? Yes, used. All right, let's check it out. So what is the simple prompt that I have given? Can you help me build a website in Python using Streamlit? Okay, it has to do the following. It should be a calculator with basic add, minus, divide, blah 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 blah. Pretty simple. Okay, let me press enter. Okay, so I'm going to let it work, let it do its thing. In the meanwhile, I will open up VS Code. Okay, and let me show you how VS Code looks. Okay, I'm going to let it do its thing, and I'm also going to open up my VS Code. Where is how to share this with you guys? All right, so I have my VS Code open here as well, and let me show it to you. Okay guys, can you see my VS Code here? Can you see this black app? Yes. All right, so this is what VS Code look like. It may look somewhat different. Okay, so it's basically just a software used for a lot of development purposes. Okay, so we have the Explorer right here, we have a lot of other extensions. Okay, we have the terminal right here. Okay, we have the terminal right here. So I'm going to basically copy whatever code. Okay, I'm basically going to copy whatever code ChatGPT has given me. So ChatGPT has given me a lot of this code. So pip install Streamlit. Okay, then it has given me all of this. Okay, this is given me all of this. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it right here. So pasting it right here. Okay, now I've already installed Streamlit. Why VS Code and why not Colab? It's fine. Okay, anything works. I am just trying to show you VS Code. Okay, but anything, yeah, works. You can also use Colab, of course, as well. Okay, so I have already installed Streamlit in my software. Okay, so I'm going to run this. Okay, now how do we run this? Pretty simple. We do it by Streamlit run. Okay, then we have app.py. Okay guys, check it out. This is the code that ChatGPT gave it to me. So I'm going to run it. Okay, I'm going to run it. I'm going to give it a second. Okay, now as you can see, this is already running, and I'm just going to copy this particular section of the code. Wait, what just happened? Okay, I'm going to copy this particular section of the code, copying, and let's go back to my browser. Okay, all right guys, let me show you something amazing. Okay, pasting this in. Okay, and we have our, is the calculator going to run? And yes, we have our simple calculator in front of us right here. Okay, so let's say our first number is 100, our second number is 10. So when we add it, okay, the result is 110. When we subtract it, the result is 90. When we multiply it, it's 1000, and when we divide it, it's 10. Okay guys, how much time have we saved by creating such a simple website? Okay, even for practice as well, we have saved so much time. Okay, and of course, the better your prompt is, the better we can make our entire app. All right, how many of you are absolutely mind blown that it was this easy? It was this easy to create a website. Okay, how many of you are mind blown that it was this easy to create a website? Okay, AMB, absolutely mind blown. That's nice. Okay, AMB, nice. So it's really simple to create a lot of websites, or a lot of utility for us. Okay, and let's check out. Are you all excited for what I have for you at the very end? Okay, where is this hosted and is this permanent? That's a very good question. Okay, so right now this is hosted on my computer. Okay, so right now this is hosted on my computer, but yes, you can absolutely deploy it, okay, on any website. Okay, Guys, see, it was this easy to create a website. Okay, do you have any idea what I have for you at the very end? Okay, at the very end, what I have for you. Okay, so let's check out what I have for you at the very end. Okay, guys, anybody goosebumps, or is it just me? Okay, anybody goosebumps? Okay, now, but before I show you the creme de la creme, okay, I want to talk about something else as well. Okay, I want to talk about for just a moment about the future of Python programming. Okay, I want to talk about the future of Python programming. Okay, so how many of you feel, okay, or what do you think about the future of programming is? Okay, this is a quick detour. Okay, how many of you feel, or what do you guys feel about the future of programming is? Okay, will humans be involved, will humans be not be involved, what will it be? Okay, AI, yes, we will talk about it at the very end. Okay, it will be coded by machines, yes. Okay, see, so what we know, okay, so what we know and what we observe is that now 10 people are not needed in a company. Okay, now 10 people are not needed in a company, only 4 people are needed, okay, who have multiple skills. Okay, and in future, okay, in future, even those 4 peoples will not be required. We will require only one person who, with the help of AI, okay, who with the help of AI can do the work of 10%. Okay, earlier to make a website you need to have front end, back end, database expert, data engineer, somebody to design, a graphic designer, and all of that. Okay, but today we can do it so easily. Okay, so it's not that AI can program everything. Okay, but you need to be an expert. Okay, I can ask chat gpt to write me some code to make an Android app. Okay, but I will not understand anything. Okay, because I don't understand Android programming language. Okay, so it is important that we also know what AI is writing. Okay, whether the code that it is writing, is it correct or not, we still need to debug it. Okay, so yes, although AI will replace 9 people out of 10, but the 10th person needs to have a lot of knowledge. Okay, needs to have knowledge of all the 10 people that that person has replaced. Okay, AI will of course help you, but that person still needs that knowledge. Okay, so 10 people can walk, okay, or else one person can drive and take those 10 people to the same distance with much less effort. Okay, so that is really the future of AI programming, or Python programming, that I would say. Berozgari. So not really Berozgari, we'll talk about it in the end of the session. Okay, so yes, the future of Python programming is, of course, you should know, you should be very advanced, and you should, you know, keep upskilling. Okay, but you should also learn how to use AI tools to your advantage. Okay, to your advantage. All right, now guys, how many of you are excited for the last thing that I have for you? Okay, how many of you are excited to write a complete app? Okay, to write a complete app in less than 2 minutes. Okay, using completely free tools, using complete AI without lifting a finger. Okay, how many of you are ready to have your mind blown? Woo woo woo, oh, that's nice. Okay, guys, I have saved the best for the last. Okay, trust me on this. All right, so let me show you what I have for you right here. Okay, so what we are going to do right here is we are going to make a complete app completely from scratch without lifting a finger. Okay, ready to rock and roll? Ready to rock and roll? All right, all right. Now tell me how many of you have heard of this particular app. Okay, tell me how many of you have heard of this particular app called Cursor. Okay, how many of you have heard of Cursor? Anybody? Anybody? Yes, yes, yes. How many of you have used Cursor? Okay, how many of you have used Cursor? Anybody? uh Heard, not used, heard, not used, heard, not used, used. All right, so let me, you know, open up a new folder right here. Okay, a b a b c. Okay, and all right, so guys, how many of you have also played tic-tac-toe? Anybody have played tic-tac-toe? Use replit and vibe coding. Vibe coding is a new term. I have heard of the term several times. Okay, Vibe coding is an interesting term. Okay, now, so what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to cross this, and we have a blank, cross this also. Okay, and we have a blank, just give me a second, abc.py. Okay, and we have a blank thing right here, conversational coding. Oh, that's amazing. Yes, so conversational coding as well. Okay, so how many of you played tic-tac-toe as well, and how many of you would like to make an app playing tic-tac-toe right now in 2 seconds? Okay, how many of you would like to do that? Okay, now how many of you know how to make an app? How many of you know how to use Flask? How many of you know how to use Python? And how many of you don't know any of these but would still can make an app in under 20 seconds? Okay, now can everybody see this cursor thing right here? Can everybody see this black app that is styled just like VS Code? All right, so let's make an app end to end with zero effort. Okay, so what I'm going to say is make a tic-tac-toe app in Python using Flask. Okay, how difficult was it? Tell me, how difficult was it? Okay, dead simple, simple sentence, and let me press enter. Okay, I hope cursor is also not on strike today. Okay, I hope cursor is also not on strike today. Okay, so as you can see, my hands are right here. Okay, my hands are right here, and I'm going to let cursor do everything. Okay, oh my god, and cursor is off. Okay, and cursor is off. Let's wait for it. Okay, are you excited to see what is going to happen? Yes, excited. All right. Replit, yeah. So I for this particular example, I'm using cursor, but of course we can use Replit as well. Replit is basically an online version of it. Yes, Windsurf as well. Lots of tools. I'm just showing you one particular example. Okay. So it has written everything, all I have to do. Okay, so just like when we install software, okay, just like when we install software, this is what I have to do. I have to accept. Okay, as simple as that. All I have to do is press accept. Okay, if life was this easy, press accept, get everything. Okay, so I'm going to just press accept, and I'm going to wait for this to take place to finish its coding. You guys are going to love this, trust me. You guys are absolutely going to love this. Okay, so has it done everything? Is it done? It's still generating. Okay, it's still generating. I haven't touched a thing. Okay, I haven't touched a thing. No changes made. Generating. I'm going to let it do its thing. Okay, but I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to source venv bin activate. Okay, I'm going to do this one thing though. All right, so I'm going to run it. Okay, I'm just going to do what it's going to tell me. Okay, I'm not even doing anything. I'm just going to do whatever it tells me. Okay, so this has already written Python. Okay, now it is writing HTML. Okay, guys, I have zero idea about HTML. I can read HTML, I can understand HTML, but I cannot code HTML. Okay, and look at this Go. Okay, look at this Go. Done. Almost done. Still going. I think this is going to make it really amazing. So guys, the name of this program is Cursor. Okay, the name of this program is Cursor. I'm going to accept it once again. Yes. So requirements applying, it is already applied whatever requirements are there. I'm going to accept. What is this? Has to be debugged. That's actually a good question. Does it have to be debugged? Okay, the thing here is that it doesn't really have to be debugged. Whatever feature you may want to add here, okay, whatever feature you may want to add here, you can just talk to it. Okay, you can just talk to it, and then you can do it, as simple as that. Okay, so open terminal. Now let's test the application by running it. Okay, so clicking on run. Okay, it is doing everything for me. Is it done?
You're on mute. Aman, you're on mute.
Hi guys. All right. So I just have to disable my AirPlay receiver. Just give me a second. It is asking me to do something. Okay, but my AirPlay is already off. Okay. So let me just do this once again. Run Python 3 run abc.py. Okay. And yes, it's running. Oh, just a second. Okay. So try disabling the AirPlay receiver service from system preferences, joining AirPlay and hand drop. Okay. So just 1 second. Okay. I'm going to do something right here. All right. And I'm going to try running this once again. Is it running? All right. So I think this is going to run right now. All right. So now this is, oh, port 500 is already in use. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Oh, I think I need to disable my VS code. Oh, I need to stop my VS code. Right, I need to stop my VS code. Okay, I need to stop my VS code and let's try to running it once again. So, where am I? Guys, just give me 1 second. So this is why it is also important that you should have knowledge of what you are doing. Okay, so AI can do a lot of stuff, but you still need to know your stuff. Okay, so we'll do Python 3 app.py, sorry, abc.py, abc.py. Okay, so this is why we should still know what we are doing. Port 500 is currently in use. Just a second. What is using it?
Folks, in meanwhile, I'll show you alternative method of doing it. Aman, you can debug in meanwhile. All right. So
Sure.
cursor will work fantastically. No doubt in that. Right. Also, all of my friends who are like software development engineers who are working in data science, data analytics, machine learning, right? They are using Claude, right? They are using Claude, and Claude. You have something called as artifact, right? I'll just briefly show you what Aman was trying to do with Claude itself, right? So let me just open Claude.ai, and here you can, I think, I'll just open Claude.ai. And on Claude, I'll just ask it to like create me a tic-tac-toe game. Okay, as you can see, I'm using a free account, right? So I'll ask it to like create me a tic-tac-toe game. All right. So now I'll just hit enter, and I gave like really small prompt, right? Really small prompt. If I wanted in some particular technology, or if I wanted in some particular way, I would have like mentioned it, and it would have done in that. All right. So folks, now let's see how much time does it take to like create entire game, right? So it is writing the code, and once it writes the code, after that, like it will run the code itself, and we can like directly play it. It used to take like around like 7, 8, 10 days, right? But folks, like just see what we have right in front of us, right? Tic-tac-toe game. So I'll just hit X here. Now I can hit O here, right? I can hit X here, and I can hit O here, X here, and O here. Player O wins. Who is absolutely mind blown? Who is absolutely mind blown? Right? Is it essential to download Pygame? Yeah, so here you can tell it, right? So it is running on its own terminal. It is Claude does something called as artifact, right? So basically, it is like writing entire code. So you can go into the code, you can copy the code, you can paste it on your terminal as well, right? And it can create complex apps as well. It is not just cool party trick. Sonnet 4 is really good. All of my friends who are working 80, 90 LPA jobs, right? They are using Sonnet 4 on day-to-day basis for their coding work, right? So it is really good. Okay, and so that's how you do it. By the way, folks, like who has applied for a job in past 1 year? Who has applied for a job in past 1 year? Maybe on Naukri, maybe on LinkedIn. Drop in me in the chat box if you are someone who has applied for a job in past 1 year. Me. I haven't. All right. So a lot of you are applied, but do you receive calls? The main problem in the job market right now is you don't receive calls. Why? Because let me just show you on Naukri portal, right? Let me just show you on Naukri portal, Naukri.com ka portal, right? So if I just like search data analyst job, right, for one single job, there are going to be like thousands and thousands of people applying for it, right? So the first job I'm going to open, right? Just see. So right now it is like it is just new right now. So I'll just show you like more decent company ka job, right? So we can see of Wells Fargo. Okay. So here you can see like for one opening, there are like 100 applications, 1,000 applications, right? And because of that, what happens? Because of that, what happens? You apply, but you don't get the opportunity, right? Because of that, what happens? You apply, but you don't get the opportunity, right? By the way, do you also know companies have like career section on their website? Do you also know like companies have career section on their website?